How are you doing?
Actually, your voice is low. I cannot hear it.
Okay. So, is it better now?
Yeah, now okay.
Okay. Prashanth, can you briefly tell me your experience, what technologies you worked on, and the roles that you have played?
Yes. So I have 5+ years of experience in IT. So present I am working with Blue Green Vacations as a full stack Java developer. So I'm good in using Spring frameworks like Spring Boot, microservices, and also I got a chance to involve in all the phases in software development lifecycle. And as well as a deployed application in cloud. So present my role is to like so here in Blue Green Vacations when I am joined here. So it is like a monolithic application. The application is developed with basic Java. So we migrated this monolithic application and we created added some services by using Spring Boot. We created microservices. We created some different components and I created services by using microservices. So I'm good in using like Spring frameworks, Spring Boot, like creating microservices, RESTful web services.
Okay. So in Spring Boot, what is a Spring Boot starter? If you can give one example, that would be great.
Yeah, Spring Boot starter is like when we create application, so we use Spring. Using it, so we get all the dependencies. So we just need to add the web tools, dev tools. So it will automatically configure all the dependencies.
Okay. Which version of Java or Spring Boot have you worked with?
Java 8.
Java 8. Okay. What is entity bean in Spring Boot, and what are the various scopes of entity beans?
So at the rate entity. So we define at the rate entity to declare the like exact bean of the scope. So we have different types of scopes like singleton, prototype, request, session, and global session. So by default, we will mostly use the singleton scope.
Okay. What are the differences between request and prototype scope?
So prototype is like uh, so one request to many requests. So request is like we use HTTP methods in microservices related.
Okay. What are the various types of I mean, like what's that?
Sorry.
How do you like? What are the various ways you can do dependency injection?
Dependency injection like two ways: setter methods and constructor methods.
Okay. What do you mean by dependency injection?
So we will inject the method at directly runtime. So by using this, we will achieve loosely coupling.
Okay. So in core Java, can you tell me the steps to create a class that will have singleton behavior?
By using core Java.
Yes.
So normally we declare a class and so I didn't get clearly.
Okay, so using plain Java, just create a class that will always return a singleton instance.
Singleton scope you are expecting?
Yeah.
I cannot explain in plain Java.
That's okay. What is the difference between stack and queue?
So queue is like first in, first out. So when and stack is like last in, first out, like LIFO.
What are the main differences between abstract class and an interface?
So in both we declare methods. So in abstract, when we are declaring methods, so we can extend them like whatever, like we don't have any rule like all the methods to be extended. So but in interface, if we declare like 4 methods, we need to extend that all the 4 methods.
So using either interface or abstract class, how can we achieve multiple inheritance?
Yes, by using interface, we can achieve multiple inheritance. Like if we are connecting the parent child to like grandparent child to parent class to child class. So there, in order to inherit the methods, we will use the multiple inheritance.
Okay. Let's say I want to define a class, but at the same time, I want to prevent any inheritance of this class. Basically, I want to prevent any child class for this particular class. How do you do that?
So we want to inherit the parent class.
No, I want to prevent. I want to define the class such a way that nobody can inherit.
Yeah, like so we can write in a parent class like we can write by using the protected methods. So when we inherit that to the child class, when we inherit that parent class, so it becomes child class. So there we can write.
Yeah, the prevent. I mean, like not the method level. The class itself should not be inherited.
Yeah, like we can define the class as to be like private, so we cannot inherit that class.
Okay. Have you worked with Hibernate?
Yes.
Okay. So in Hibernate, how does the lazy loading work? Can you give me one example?
Lazy loading. So that is like lazy loading is like it will stop the flow of the like application, the performance of the application. So in order to increase the performance, we have like catchy mechanisms.
What are the differences between first level caching and second level caching in Hibernate?
So caching mechanism is like implemented to get the application performance. So in first, so there are like 2 levels. In first level cache, so when we are getting requests from the user, so it will hit to the server or any database. So when request is coming back, there sessions will be created. In that sessions, in first level sessions will be created. So in that session, this data this data will be stored. So whenever user is hitting again to the request to the server, so first it will check in first level cache, and if the data is exists, so it gives to the user. So by this, like we are increasing the performance. So in second level, like same, but in second level cache, like session factory will be created. So inside session factory there will be session. So when user is requesting, first it will check in level 1 cache, and if it exits, okay. If not, it will check. It goes to the session factory inside session. So it will check. It will return the data.
Okay. All right. What is the difference between get and load method in Hibernate?
So we have different HTTP methods. So mostly we use that to connect to the RESTful any of the web services. So in like you asked like get method, right?
In Hibernate context, what is the difference between get and load method?
So get we use like to get the data from the any of the database or anything. So load is like in load we use like put and post. So by using post we can insert the data. By using put we can update the data.
What is the difference between save and persist method?
Which one?
Hibernate. Save and persist method in Hibernate.
Yeah, save like it will save the data. Like persist, it will get the data.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Prashanth, for your time. We'll give my feedback, and somebody from Twitter will get back to you. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.